So, a little bit of good news. I was able to figure out, well, I was able to figure out what was causing it, but
Yes?
during when I was testing, I decided to just run over there. I was able to get it.
Murphy's as good as her word, kid.
Hi, Mama.
No more cans. And no more sight either.
Why does the text look different? Oh, that's fine. But I was able to get the holotape because I just ran in, grabbed it, and just dipped out. I didn't do anything else. So what was it? So we'll complete that, and then let's grab Ferris. It's probably all the way at the bottom. Yep. So we'll complete this and then turn it in after we're done. And then I'm thinking of going and finding more of the Bestiary pages. I was able to find a guide on Reddit. Well, it wasn't more of a guide, but it was more. It's more of a. It's here. You'll find it here, and so I'm fine with that. I was gonna do the non-spoiler one, but it doesn't really tell me anything about what they are. So
it's been 2 hours since the paladin left. My leg, I can't staunch the bleeding. The bullet must have hit an artery. Brandis, if you get this, I hope you made it back to Arslan in time. There was nothing you could do for me. Get to the bunker up north.
This should prove interesting.
You'll survive.
I wonder what you'll build. A pleasure to see
That's
you
all
again,
that-
sir. Are you ready to depart?
All that matters.
Time to hit the road.
Understood. Please, lead on.
Mm-hmm.
there. And I did get the mod where I can have dog meat and one other. So I could have gotten the one where you could have unlimited, but that just feels like too much. Alright, so now we have to go to the bunker, and hopefully I have enough charisma to convince him to come back. Which I have 8. Might be enough. Not sure. All the way up here. And since I'm also gonna be looking for the Bestiary pages. I'm just gonna run there. I'm not gonna fast travel because there's one page outside of here, and then if there's any more, I'll grab them. I'll grab the loaded ones.
Glad that's over.
Timber Rattler.
Yes?
Reptile meat. Or leather hide. Okay. So there's supposed to be one right here.
Smart thinking. Getting the high ground increases our...
Radcoons. Okay. They're headstrong, reckless trash eaters that will try to attack damn near anything and everything in their path. The key word here, as you'll learn, is try. Almost everything in the wasteland uses the Radcoons as their chew toy, and honestly, I'd feel bad for them if they weren't clearly just living their best lives. Entry 10? That looks like 10. Thought I already got 10. Radcoons. Full breakdown. The Radcoons is one of the most notorious varmints in the wastes. Radiation has caused heavy amounts of fur loss across the body, giving them their iconic skinned alive look. These little troublemakers are an unwieldy combination of small stature and enormous appetite for nearly anything, and a bad attitude. The result is one of the most unique creatures in the wasteland, a Shanghai varmint that'll attempt to run down a deathclaw as if it were a lowly radroach. It's unlikely for a band of these mischievous little miscreants to pose any real threat to a competent wastelander, but you really have to respect them for having the tenacity to try. Once that fleeting feeling fades, however, just give one of them a good thump with something heavy and watch the pack scatter off into the underbrush to rethink their plans. Such is the way of the raccoon, a personality far too strong for its tiny, shriveled body.
How about effectiveness?
Alright,
Hell yeah.
file. Nice. Is there a raccoon nearby? Like it show like the other models? So I mean we've already seen raccoon, so alright. Now so that one's done. I shouldn't mark these off, to be honest. Yeah, raccoon was 10. The wild boar was 16. A way I can do this. Make it. Make a copy. Okay, now I have a copy. Okay, so now I gotta go to my drive. Go. Now, can I edit it? Yes. Nope, that's the title. Add. Oh, remember that was to sheep. What is? Oh, it's rat. Huh? Hello, buddy. Oh, it's a. Oh yeah, baby river rat. Looks like a chipmunk. Nah, he's not bothering anybody. Alright, let me see if I can mark off. Okay. Now, I put check. Ah, here we go. There we go. Okay.
iBots are not the most formidable messengers.
So now the wild boar as well. Do that. Go. Alright, so that's 2 down and a lot a lot to go. Because there's also ones in Far Harbor and Nuka-Cola, so I didn't read to see what is new. Oh, I should. There's one at Vault 111. Oh, there is one at Sanctuary Hill. Another one at Sanctuary Hills. Oh, that's up by 111. There might be one over here. Let me check. Okay, that's in a house, but okay, never mind. Get him, dog meat. Alright.
Find anything useful?
Yeah, we're just gonna fast travel. Get this quest over, because then I can go looking for Bestiaries.
Can you see them, sir? We've lost them, sir.
I used to scorch enemies. Now I hold snack.
And I have to find the cannonballs again. Is there anything in here? Yeah, nothing needed. Yeah, I'll leave it.
Opening fire.
Hellcat? What's a Hellcat?
Being hunted. Keep your head down.
Yeah, it looks like a bobcat. Let's put the line up.
Freeze. One more step and I'll blow your damn head off. Who are you? Who sent you? How did you get in here?
Easy, Paladin. I'm with the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood? No, it can't be. They're too far away. They wouldn't send you, would they? Let's say I believe you. How did you find me?
I followed the distress beacons left by your team. Their holotapes led me here.
The others? What happened to them?
They're dead, Paladin. I recovered their tags.
You did? Thank you. This really means a lot to me. I tried to go back for them, you know. There was nothing I could do, not alone, but I'd hoped. You've been through a lot to find me. I should give you something. I've collected a lot over the years. Technology, odds and ends. If you see anything you want, take it, take it.
The Brotherhood needs you, Paladin. It's time you reported in.
I can't. It's been too long. I wouldn't be of any use.
No one knows the Commonwealth better than you. We need your help.
I've been here too long. I'm not myself. Would they still take me?
See if this works.
The Brotherhood will honor the memory of your team. Shouldn't you be the one to tell their story?
Unless I go back, their sacrifices, everything we went through, it'll be forgotten. I can't let that happen. I'll do it. For them. All right, I'll get my things. Head to the airport. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Bingo. Paladin Brandis.
I'll need some time to get my things together.
Who's sitting on flight mode there? Oh.
I hope you won't badly damaged. I'll cover you, sir. That's the last of them.
Nice.
Enemy neutralized. Freedom tally just went up by 1.
That's it. I go back.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save.
Yes. Them kills.
Report, Knight.
I've completed my investigation into the missing recon team. Paladin Brandis was the only survivor.
Brandis? What happened to him?
I convinced him to return to the Brotherhood.
Well done. It may be difficult for him to adjust to life in the Brotherhood again, but his experience should serve us well. Very well. Is there anything else?
That's it.
I'll prepare a full report for the Elder. In the meantime, allow me to offer you a new suit of armor. Bear it with distinction. This was no easy mission, Knight. Well done. Now, I have a more pressing matter that requires your attention.
I've received reports that supplies have been disappearing from our supply depot at the airport.
I suspect this may be an inside job.
If so, that's a serious security risk.
That's what worries me. If there is a traitor, our entire operation here could be in jeopardy. I want you to take charge of this investigation. Report to Night Sergeant Gavel at the base. He commands our logistics division. He can familiarize you with his unit and the depot. Beyond that, you have leave to conduct your investigation as you see fit. Report your findings directly to me. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I expect results. See that I get them. Dismissed.
Yeah, we'll do that another time. I do want to get the Bestiary done. It could just go down the list. Have to go to Sunshine Tidings, which I don't even think I've been there yet. It's like, say it's over here. Say it's like over here-ish. Maybe right here. Ah, it's probably right here. I think it's right here.
Sensors are picking up enemy movement.
No more hiding. Done, sir.
It's in the basement.
Got it.
I didn't see anything.
Uh,
That's my story.
Alright then, jeez.
Time for you to perish.
Look at me.
Excellent.
Big
Warning.
deal.
Backpack limit reached. Jettison some gear unless you want to crawl.
Violence protocols engaged. Your destruction is at hand.
Right? Really overweight. £2. Big Jim. Alright, I'll have to go drop some stuff. Actually, Ada,
Hey,
How many?
take Big Jim. What else can I give you? I'll give you that, I'm not gonna use that. Why do I have a fedora? Oh yeah, I got a bunch. Oh yeah. Didn't realize I had all this stuff on. Everything else.
Ambient service.
Where'd that little fucker go? Thought Watch you get high! Dead already!
Ow.
Bingo.
Learn anything interesting, sir? This area could withstand a sustained heavy assault. Impressive.
I think this just goes back out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's. That's where I gotta go.
Any idea where they went? That was amusingly simple.
Dunks pressure. And let's clear it off. Oop.
Let's move along as soon as possible. We're exposed here.
Ah, just what I've been looking for.
Strange. My audio receptors are barely picking up any noise.
I thought it was ghouls that were here, but I think it's just Redwood. Ghouls are dead.
If anything's waiting for us,
Kill them all and let God sort them out!
we
No,
may
there's
have an
ghouls.
enemy nearby. Kill them, sir. I have your weapons, sir.
Nope.
Far out. Whoa, man. Far
It's not
out.
here. Still here. Search all the... This is... a part of it? Oh, this.
The enemy will never catch us up here.
There we go.
We gain 1 extra meat from animal kills.
That would be more efficient if it was a holotape.
To beat him. It could just be more efficient for you. Right, now it should be clear.
Far out.
It is clear. Alright, nice. So, now. This one is... Damn. What damn? There's no damn. The damn.
Let me
Dang
have
it.
this one.
Okay. Let's see if we can find the dam.
Who's there?
Prepare to be annihilated. Target down.
And I must have exited. Unequipped, I should say. The dam. It's gotta be nearby because that's why it's at this location. Probably better to search for this daytime.
I used to scorch enemies. Now I hold snack cakes. What a demotion.
Tree rate timeout. Nobody.
Picking up. Found you.
Oh, what the? That's special.
Sir.
Three. Need the red goons back. Oh. Jeez.
That was amusingly simple.
Anything over here? Where the water is? Thrashers? Turkeys. Jeez, okay. Alright. Go get them, Ada. They hurt. I need points to pick something up. Other guys out. Beaver. Alright, where's the other guy? Blast ball. Alright. Ow, you hurt. Stop it. I don't do any damage to that. There we go. Definitely did damage now. The Infiltrator. What is that? Custom built by the Red Devil known as the Infiltrator. Modified so that each consecutive shot deals increased damage and splits the laser in two. That former discipline turned Rust Devil sure knew what she was doing. That's cool. I like that. Doesn't have to take off that scope, but definitely take that. Trader helmet. Trader helmet. Now, where was Jax the Ripper? Jax die. His stuff too. That. Ridgemouth Bass. It's Raider. Beaver. Aha!
Yes.
Red Fiend. Jax the Ripper weapon. Red Fiend makes enemy bleed for 25 additional damage. Okay. Can't take any of that. I can take that though. Continue to find the dam. Might be. I just think it's not over here. So I don't think it's this way anymore. The other side? It's on this side. Starlight Creek. Said the same.
That's a museum quality piece.
I have to look up to where this dam is because I have no idea. Okay, so this is.
We may have some trouble. Here, over here.
This is the little reservoir. Again, unmarked, so I can't get a marker. But the stink bug? Jeez. Disgusting. What's that? What's that?
We'll emerge victorious.
It's a rad toad. Guessing it's up. It does look massive, so I should be able to see it. It was daytime. I think that would help a lot more. Trying to see. This is Golden Pond. Okay, but where's...
Jackson ensured I was well built for travel. His modifications will be adequate for quite some time.
Is it down more? Here it is. Found it. It's over here somehow. Goose.
You look like you could use a little pick-me-up. Am I right?
Let's see what you got.
Exactly what you need.
Don't really have much. 93 cams for a freaking stim pack? I think the fuck not.
If you're not here for the good stuff, get lost.
Hey.
Oh, that's my cue.
Resistance is futile. Done, sir.
Kill you guys, I'll leave you guys alone. Ada, I'm carrying too much.
Hey.
Looking to lighten your load?
Yes, ma'am. Eating that much. I think I'm carrying too much meat. Oh wait.
Hey.
I'll take the grenade off you. Chems. Yeah, I definitely had too much green on me. Don't need these. There we go. Extra 100 pounds. Oh, these don't help either. There we go. We should be good now. So where is this? Let's see. On the dam. Last concrete block on the east end. Maybe. Where's this the west end? Let's go on the other side. See if I can find over there. Let's talk about these concrete blocks. Aha! Found it.
There we go.
Beavers. Shipment of wood. I'll take that. I didn't know you could find shipments. Bestiary number 1. Alright. Hear me, if you will. Imagine that the world catches on fire by no fault of your own, and as a result, you and the rest of your species are cursed with jagged bone spurs and twisted spines jutting out from every inch of your bodies, rending your flesh incessantly, forever and always, and always. This, dear reader, is the tragic fate of the beaver. They must be in pain just all the damn time, probably. Entry number 1, beavers. Full breakdown. The American beaver is a large herbivorous. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Herbivorous? Just gonna assume it's herbivorous. Right. Semi-aquatic rodent, commonly found across most of continental United States, aside from the notable addition of shooting spikes and bone spurs, littering their brittle bodies. Beavers haven't seen many drastic anatomical change since the Great War. These water-loving, wood-eating rascals roam the shores of lakes and rivers, avoiding any and all contact with humans and predators. When threatened, beavers will usually scurry into the underbrush or plunge themselves into the water. When cornered, however, they may instead attempt to strike out at their assailants before fleeing for safety. So if you endeavor into a bag of one of these lumber munchers, watch your hands. Alright, that's the beavers. Do something real quick. Back to that. And then, alright, the next one. Alright, mark that one off. And the next one is Chestnut Hillock Reservoir. I don't know where that is. Yeah, I do not know where that is. Chestnut Reservoir. Near Vault 81. Isn't that up here? Down here, I should say. Products pioneer. This? Vault 88. Okay, this is... Is it this one? It is not. It is... This... Right here? This one? Yes. Yes, it is. So we'll go... Let's go to density. I don't think I used my level 50. I have not. Let's finish getting my charisma maxed out. Alright. Away we go.
Whoa, whoa. No ghouls in Diamond City. Get that thing out of here.
Does my outfit not work anymore? I was leaving.
Act, asshole. All right, you're free to go, buddy.
Don't buddy me. Punch in the throat. It's up this way, anyways. So, does my disguise not work anymore? Disguise detective detected a disguise ineffective. So they know my disguise. We're now disguised as human. Was it my outfit? We did as human. Okay. I don't know what the issue was. This way. What's this? Apartments. My building. I don't think I've ever gone into that.
Sensors are picking up enemy activity.
Stop right there!
Engaging hostile target.
Yeah, you guys can get them.
They won't be needing those items any longer. Lost but not forgotten.
What?
That's the last of them. Can you see them, sir?
There's a good mosquito.
Hopefully, that's the last of them.
That Superman die.
Careful, sir. I don't think we're alone. You're going to regret this.
It's the legendary, so we're gonna go this way. Oh. Is that it? Oh, there you are.
Stop! Human is friend. We can do this the easy way.
We may have an enemy nearby.
Just do what I say. You're coming with me.
Get him, buddy. Get him, Adam. What do you got? Charged machete. 10% chance deal 100 electrical damage on block. Okay. Oh no, I didn't want to go to that. I was just gonna be back door open. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Alright, so it's here, but where is it? There. Okay, it's a small house on the west side. Climb on the rocks, have a seat in Nuka-Cola and enjoy the view. Alright, so we gotta look for a house. West side, so I mean over there, but I'm gonna check this house.
To the sky, soldier! Then rain death!
Wait, could be. It's no rock. Call it a rock. It's bees.
Take them down. Prepare to be a knight.
Nice.
Another luck? What are we, soldiers or burglars?
Switching to search mode. I'm lost
She's
in
gonna
search.
jump by everything.
I'll cover you, sir. I'm betting they'll be back. Well, there certainly isn't much left of whatever this was.
Okay. It's not there. Check this one. Oh, wait. Aha! Found it.
Bingo.
Bloatfly. Bestiary number 2. Bloatflies. Yeah. If you think the most annoying iteration of the fly is one that insists on like ceaselessly buzzing around your noggin on a hot, sweaty summer afternoon, just wait until you encounter one of these nasty buggers. Entry number 2, blowflies. Full breakdown. Blowflies are one of the most common pests in post-war America, and one of the most loathsome ones despite some nomenclature's clear reference to pre-war botflies. Ah, um, the ancestry of the blowfly has actually been narrowed to either the Tabanese bittering horsefly or the common housefly, with the former theory possessing more evidence than the latter. As the name implies, bloatflies are swollen, bulbous mutants with sickly green carapaces. Carapaces? No. To compensate for their builds, they possess a unique gland that allows them to maintain an impressive flight speed and relative balance despite their drastic size increase. If the image conjured in your head resembles something akin to a chemmed out bumblebee, you're right on the money. Before the war, horseflies were largely scavengers. Bloatflies, on the contrary, are aggressive predators first, but will swarm and feed on corpses if the opportunity arises. Their methodology for feeding is also drastically different from their pre-war predecessors. Instead, blowflies possess an engorging stinger and abdomen full of gestating pupae. When it locates prey, the blowfly will fire larvae from its stinger, which will attach onto and tear into the target, distributing neurotoxin, which is capable of incapacitating prey. The powerful neurotoxin can immobilize prey many times the blowfly's size, but it's noticeably inert on humans and can only cause minor necrosis near the wound. Blowflies are rarely fling a single weaponized larva at their targets. However, sustained assault from one or more of these ravenous reavers can still prove quite deadly to humans. Blowflies prefer to inhabit particularly toxic environments, like cesspits of radioactive waste. They are quite capable, however, of making homes out of pretty much any environment or biome. Beware of any round protrusions clinging to trees or walls, as blowflies are quite good at blending in with their surroundings. While the idea of being peppered with pine-riddled maggots from a distance by a pack of balloon-shaped buggers may be a horrifying one. Fret not, bloatflies are easily dealt with either with small arms or a large swatter. The main threat in the wild arises when a large group of feral bloatflies get the drop on their prey. Being surrounded by a pack of hungry bloatflies can escalate into a deadly scenario very quickly. Their fast but chunky flight patterns make it difficult to track a clear shot on a bloatfly, so shotguns are the preferred method for nailing them down. Blowflies like to get close to their prey and severely lack any real sense of self-preservation. This, combined with their ravenous and harshly territorial nature, can provide a crucial opportunity for taking out these bottom-heavy blighters. Take cover and sidestep the maggots, wait for a blowfly to get close, and then blow them away. Alright. That's blowflies. That one is done. Alright, and then the next one is in Concord. The next two are in Concord. Each go here. So this one is a playground on picnic table. Edge. Leave. It'll be this way. Ha. Playground on a picnic table. Look at that. Thank you, little Eddie. You found it for me. I can. You know what? Real.
There we go.
Blood bug. Bestiary number 3. I won't lie, it's a bit personal with these ones. I guess you could say we have bad blood. Okay, yeah, that was a really bad joke. Just going with the cheap puns because this one's really bugged me. I don't give a what I've done here today. Entry number 3, blood bugs. Full breakdown. Blood bugs are giant mutant marsh mosquitoes that plague the post-war wasteland. Like their pre-war ancestors, blood bugs possess 6 long, double-jointed limbs, 1 pair of finely veined wings, an expandable sac to hold blood, and a long, pointed proboscis that extends from between 2 compound eyes. They grow to around the size of a dog and usually possess a muddy or pinkish coloration. These flying mutated insects attack in swarms, surrounding and piercing their prey with a needle-like proboscis and feeding on their blood. Blood bugs are capable predators, attacking by stabbing their long proboscis into their prey. They're known to grapple onto their prey when they attack, subduing them before piercing them with the proboscis. If threatened, they may spit radiated blood back at their attacker as a form of self-defense. Blood bugs represent a simple to intermediate threat in the wasteland. The most experienced wastelanders can dispatch a small swarm without too much of an issue. Like other mutant insects, they only represent a major threat to a larger prey if they can either successfully ambush them or attack them in large numbers. While they may not be a problem if you see them coming, getting caught or cornered in an enclosed space with a swarm of blood bugs can lead to a quick bone-dry death. It's very true. Very, very true. Alright. Sand roots. I can only go. So there are, I think there's like 4 volumes. Oh, there's 2 volumes here, and then I think the other 2, one is Nuka and the other one's Far Harbor. So I think I'll do the first volume, which we have 15 total in the first volume, and we have found 4. Let's see. Put this done. And there. Alright. Alright. So it's 4 down. So I'll probably finish the first volume and then go see all the stuff that it gave us. Okay, so the next one is in Concord. House on the north edge, at the west end of road. Pickup truck tailgate. What? So what I'm hearing is search the damn place. Workhouse. What's in here? I don't think I've been in here. This looks vaguely familiar. At the same time, it doesn't. Oh. Oh. Excuse me, Eden. Let's go one more. Oh. Don't mind me.
Remind you
Just
of
a
better
little.
days, sir?
No, it does not. But just a little workhouse rumble route. They're fine. Nothing bad happened. Alright, can we see the house from up here? House with a pickup truck. Well, maybe you shouldn't fall. Ada, where are your legs? Ada, where are your legs? Look at Ada. Look at that. Run, Ada. Alright, I don't think it's on this side. Alright, let's go to the other side. Good job, Ada.
And let God sort them out!
There you go.
We may have some
I did.
trouble. No more hiding for you.
Oh, I did. Oh no. The whole pack of them. Going to become death perk.
Not much of a threat after all.
What did I say? What? Hold on. Oh. Stats, perks, become death. You gain a damage bonus against everything because you like killing everything. Okay. I'll take it.
My plasma weapons are gone, but I'm still packing. Mostly junk, but I'm still packing.
Oh, we gotta find this pickup truck. It's a pickup truck. I don't think it's building. It's not. Ooh, no. Get off there. Did I forgot about that. Can I get in here? Find. Not sure what his pickup truck is. Do know that there's one, I think, in this house, I believe. Maybe not. I lied. Stop up. So I don't know where this one is. It's on the north edge. The west end of the road. Pickup truck tailgate. Still made no sense, but here. Just have to search all the houses. At least one with the pickup. Please don't. Boom bug.
Yes.
I have not seen one of these yet. Bestiary number 4. I've never seen a fan of I've never been a fan of ladybugs. Jeez, if I can read. We used to get used to get a lot of unmuted, okay, Asian ones in my childhood home. They'd have a habit of crawling up to the walls and stinking up the place with their pheromones. They'd also actively endeavor to dive bomb my poor 10-year-old head during my late night lampside journaling sessions, which didn't help to brighten the opinion of them. I guess I didn't realize how lucky I actually was back then, since it turns out most of the lighters explode nowadays. Okay, nice to know. Hence, boom bugs. At least the big ones are kind of cute once you get over the fact that they're walking IEDs with an inoperable case of bloodlust. Entry 4. Boom bugs. Full breakdown. Colorful crimson powder kegs skittering throughout the wastes, beelining for either their next meal or their final resting place. Meet the boom bugs. You're going to hate them indeed. You're going to hate them. Indeed, the ladybugs of post-war America have grown much larger and much more volatile. In the wake of the Great War, they may not seem. Oh, they might not seem like much at first, but these buggers are 50 shades of ornery. They move fast, possess a tough outer shell, pack a mean bite, and have a bloody surprise in store for anyone that manages to batter and beat them to a pulp, truly living up to their name. Boombugs have a nasty habit of exploding upon experiencing significant bodily trauma, producing a cloud of exoskeleton shrapnel and caustic viscera as a result. According to some old BOS archives, an inside contact was able to lend me these mutants originated. Uh, these mutants originated in the Midwest, primarily the Great Lakes regions. Of course it was. Not long after these bomb drops, either. They were smaller then and were actually used as ordnance by some extra crazy region rats. And to my more skeptical readers, it's also worth noting that I happened upon some enclave field research entries at a derelict outpost in western Maryland, which also validated these admittedly outrageous claims. And apparently this method can still be effective today, with smaller juvenile boom bugs leading some wasteland warriors to foster booming larvae, as a means of producing weaponized boom bugs. I've happened upon boom bug larvae myself in a few different Junktown markets during my travels. Now bear in mind, these six-legged hand grenades are at their worst when on the way out, with the, with one boom bug's demise often triggering a chain reaction of multiple boom bugs firing off at once. So be sure to get some distance whenever one or more of these bad beetles looks like they're about to shed their mortal coil. Ironically, I found shotguns to be the most effective tool for dispatching these critters. Cluster them up, pump the biggest one full of buckshot, and let physics do the rest. The most effective way, however, may also be the most dangerous. Be careful not to lose a limb or 3. Nice. So that's boom bugs. Kinda excited to find a boom bug. Let's check that one off. Alright, the next one is the Lonely Chapel. Which I believe is up. Here. Oh, this bitch. Over here. Ah. Sure. Oh yeah, it's just below Sunshine Tidings. There it is.
Someone there? They're sniffing around. Keep it tight, soldier.
On the target again. I suggest we take as much as we can carry.
You die. Oh, there it is. It's glowing over there. It's over here. Nice sun. Oh. You know, we'll do this real quick. Look around to see if we can find it without. And found it. Alright, the next one is Brahmin. Bestiary number 4. You know them, you love them, and none of us could live without them. They're the cornerstone of our post-apocalyptic, jeez, the mouthful, civilization. Entry number 4, Brahmin. Full breakdown. Brahmin are mutant cows descended from the American offshoot of Brahmin cattle. As a breed originally from India, Brahmin are characterized by their 2 heads, toasty red hide, large udders, and in the case of bulls, large horns and 4 testicles. Seriously. Oh. They also possess a whopping 8 stomach compartments, essentially making them bottomless pits on 4 legs. Although it's quite rare, some Brahmin can be born with a single head, a trait which is ironically enough seen by some wastelanders as a mutation. So single head is a mutation for them. Brahmin are raised throughout the waste of post-war America as common sources of meat, hide, and milk, fertilizer, and physical labor. They are not only an integral part of farming and settlement life, but also of the trade and supply caravans that connect them. Nearly all caravans, from small independent supply caravans to massive conglomerates like the Crimson Caravan Trading Company, utilize pack Brahmin to transport goods and cargo. Herds of wild Brahmin can be found roaming across the U.S., where they are known to forage on dead, dirty vegetation and not much else. Wild Brahmin go for extended periods without water, as the crimson cattle are quite capable of surviving with very little hydration. Also, while some Brahmin can go mad and attack anything that comes too close, most are relatively docile. Okay, that's Brahmin. Alright, I'm gonna see what those gave us so far.
Hey.
Hey, I think your Brahmin's stuck. Alright, just go over here and look at him. Good. Alright. Alright, so it's not here. Decorations, probably. Actual doghouse. Well, a better doghouse, I should say. Those. That's just a makeshift tree. Oh, the Christmas stuff. Gingerbread house? Huh. Gingerbread ornament. I didn't realize they had a metro sign. Nutcracker. One tree. Lantern. Can you actually like use these? Try it. Some more ornaments. Cover. Goat. Okay, it's not door. Decoration. Or at least that one. Oh. Asphalt deck. Did mention cages. Beaver. Oh, okay, so we got a beaver cage. And a raccoon cage. We need a terrifying present. Okay. Wild boar cage. I'll have to figure out how to get terrifying presents. So, okay, that's the cages. I don't know where the trophies are. Cookie.
I need to be alone right now.
Hey, things over this side. Still stuck in there. Let's see. Butchering. fish meat. A lot of different fish, holy crap. Jesus, a lot of fish. Wow. Okay. Campfire crafting. Weaponized boom bugs. Huh. A throwable baby boom bug that explodes on impact. A truly Midwestern tactic. Does 76 damage. Concentrated fog. Quantum flux. I don't know what this is. Oh. Okay. Roast. Soup. Utility. Purified sap. Fiber all sap. It actually heals. Can't make any soup. Can roast. Flies. Blood bugs. Cooked bug. Soft shell meat. All of our Deathclaw meat. Why not? Exotic beast steak. Exotic beast meat. Mutated fern flower. Wild spice. Bushel. Fried eggs. Exotic eggs. Oh yeah, there's quantum stack. I am not cooking the quantum stack. Red roach. Red stag. Mirror omelet. I got a lot of these. Mirror queen steak. I realize how much meat I had. Gnome chops. Mutton chops. Jeez, I got so much of this. I shouldn't be cooking on the meat because then I won't have anything for the cages, but we can always get more. Ribeye. Ribeye gives you a lot. And yaguai. I'm not gonna cook the yaguai because yaguais are actually pretty hard to come by. Alright. That works for me. Ooh, I am boring. Too much meat on me. Put that away. Definitely put that away. Kinda wanna try these out. Trader. See if I can actually upgrade them too. Put all the meat away. Oh, actually, I need to know. I'll take that. Put all this stuff away. Okay. And put all the extra stuff, which really have. Oh, throw out that one. I'm gonna go see if I can upgrade those weapons that I got.
Yes.
Alright, you're just stuck there. Oh, and I could put that away too. Alright, let's see. Okay, we can upgrade them. Need gun nut rank 4 and rifleman 5. Oh, this turns it back into a regular rifle. I mean, well, technically a regular rifle, but it still does take cell damage. Doesn't change any of the damage. Ultra magazine.
Increasing your firepower should proportionally increase your chances of survival.
Wounding Fiend. I might make that my new weapon. I want to go back in. Look at the store. Oh, man. Store this for now. Let's go get back to. Jeez. Realized I had so much stuff in here. That, and then the 2-shot. There it is. There we go.
Most
No, it
folks
doesn't.
are just looking for a hand.
Stay, it's
All
just
you
a.
gotta do is offer.
Yeah?
What's the angle here?
Right. Okay. Alright, let's do a couple quests. Alright, workplace safety. This is one of the Creation Club quests. Sweet. Oh, we're almost level 51. They respawn. Yep. Alright. Go this way.
Booyah! Thrust pack activated. No. Who's there? I am a super mutant. I am unstoppable.
Oh, this thing sucks. This thing sucks. Oh, it sucks so bad. I thought it would be able to just work like a normal one, but it's not. Oh, this is
Stop! Human is... Stop! Human is friend. Stop! Human is friend.
I don't know where 8 is at.
Target destroyed. Liberty prevails once again.
You're gonna do what I say. Check that out. Now. You, kill.
Too easy.
Get that.
That... I didn't... Fine.
Someone there? Time to die! Gonna slaughter your grave! No! This dog!
I want it. Pick up. I pick up 2 specters. Alright, let's get our elastic charisma. Alright. Now we are maxed out on these 4. Now we just need strength, agility, and luck. We'll probably do strength next.
We are the future!
So we can do more melee damage and carry more. Oh, legendary. See, not as tough as the overlords. So many body parts. Alright, back to it. This way. Actually, there's schools in here we can test out. Oh. In mutated mutilator perk. Kill mutants, creatures, and super mutants 75 out of 75. Rank 2. 0 out of 300. So I'm guessing the next one is 300 I gotta go? I don't know. Taking the time to properly and forcefully introduce yourself to the fearsome denizens of the waste. Through such efforts, you've garnered a knack for hunting notoriously nasty mutants. Now deal bonus damage to all creatures, and can now craft better recipes. What kind of recipes? Now we can test out our new Louis gun.
I'm 200 pounds of patriotic hardware stuffed
potato.
with expired food and a goddamn teddy bear!
Excuse me, Ada. Okay. Gonna make my way upstairs.
The past yields such interesting finds.
Oh, I gotta go up more. Dr. Reed's terminal. Oh, get all the way. Gain access to this is what? Wait, do I not have 4? Ah, 3. Your password. Alright, let's go find a password. Remember correctly on a calendar. A which calendar? Oh no. A calendar that has a circle on it. At least I think it has a circle. Wait, read that note again. What everyone's favorite work week. Or, yeah, I'll have the answer right next to me. Every week. Is it Fridays? 8, 15, 22, 29. One. 8, 15, Hold on. Oh, it's 29, not 28. 1. 15. Oh, it's 22. Dang it. I messed it up again. Okay, 22. Yeah, it's 7 days. Okay. Jeez. So, 1. And plus 7 is 8. And plus another 7 is 15. Plus another 7 is 22. 29. Look at that. Got it. Nice. The entries, I'm not gonna read. There's always a... Read Dr. Hernandez's clues. Excuse me. Nice. Office terminals to find out where lost Bestiary. We're gonna go down. Go down more. I need to take the elevator. Let me go all the way up first.
These office buildings tend to have terminals filled with useful information.
No way to pick this.
Powering weapons.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, we'll come back here. I wanna finish that because there's a whole vault in there. If it's a working vault.
Surface.
take the elevator on the first floor. This one.
Basement.
I love this gun.
Make sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
There we go.
Snow globe. Wasn't expecting a snow globe. I forgot about them, to be honest.
There we go.
Normally gain more experience.
Lobby.
There.
Excellent.
Just a magazine. Store the handgun at the workbench. I gotta go all the way down.
Basement.
There's a lot of upgrades for him. Need to upgrade my science. Get most of it though. Okay. Nice. Now I can go check out that vault.
My systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
I don't need. Numbers just bulk up. Oh.
Good day to you. Hello there.
Oh. An actual functioning okay. I've never been in this. Now I want to do that. I've never done this before. Find Camilla. Camilla's dead. Syringe rifle. Activate the workshop.
If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
Sir?
What do you want me to do with this?
Self-diagnostic complete. I'm happy to report I won't be falling apart on you anytime soon.
You want me to... I already activated it. Can't do anything with that. Entered. What was it? 10th law or something like that? This law.
Good day to you.
Just says to activate. I activated it. Oh. Is that it? Okay. I'm just gonna assume that's it. Can Can I fast travel out of here? Just says activate the workshop. Is it broken? What are you doing down here, doggy?
Sir? Hello there. Sir?
Hello, Mr. Balloon. It's broken. Not doing anything. Oh, that sucks. Oh, we'll take that off. There. Leave now. We'll upgrade this ion gun that I got.
Surface.
Let's see. Sanctuary. And then upgrade this, and then I'll go get the rest of the Bestiary, which there's
It's like I can finally think.
a lot more left. Oh no, I don't want to take it. That's fair. Roll it. We only have 4 left.
I'm afraid I'm not much use in a fight anymore.
Alright, anything I'm not gonna use? Let's say I should probably put this away because I haven't used it in a while. I don't really need it, to be honest. Okay, I need that. That away. Put that away. I don't want that anymore. I want my knife back. Hickman's blade, that's what I was saying. There we go.
Back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy the Maverick.
So I can do this. Takes fusion cores. Long barrel.
Starting to look like a proper home place to you.
We'll do
One day, San
the reflex sight.
will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
Neon bayonet. Yeah. We'll do.
I used to be quite the adventurer when I was younger. Now, these old bones just can't keep up. You remind me of a young man I used to know. Never looking for trouble, but always finding it. Don't need the sight to see that you've done real good for these people. Take care of yourself, dear.
I'm just so hungry all the time.
This place is really coming together, huh? I can't take all the credit.
Yeah?
You must be terminated. No life signs detected.
Bingo.
Hello? Engage in hostile idea where they went? Time for you to perish.
Oh, I was not expecting that dude to rot.
Yes.
Cessna's compliance rod, designed for crowd control and security. Calibrated to subdue targets, but deals 50% more damage against humans. Right. And I'll take the armor. Oh, going now. No, I'll just take everything. Was looking for the other. This. That. Oh, this is part of the things. Sealed vault. What a find. I was led to believe there was scarcely anything even close to human left alive in these parts, but it seems that Abernathy Fellow was holding out on me, namely an entire intact pre-war vault sealed tighter than Sunset Sarsaparilla. Well, it wasn't that sealed. There's a button you go press. It'll open right up. Oh, but it was on lockdown. Oh, no, that's just the doors inside that locks. Never mind. I don't own one of those fancy Pit Boys though, so this Wasteland Safari likely to transition to archaeological excavation. Jeez, anytime soon. Regardless, I figure my services may provide some or prove of some use to anyone locked inside, assuming anyone's still kicking about in there. Anyway, I'm something of a biologist, so long as we're using both the terms somewhat and biologist generously. The term I have coined is radiozoologist. I'd gather knowledge on the mutant fauna of the wastes and compile it into a bestiary encyclopedia of sorts, and when I can, I distribute that knowledge freely. So far, anyone that happens upon this missive, here's some advice. Stick to the roads and avoid the woods. If you're not well armed, to avoid ambushes, approach large vehicles and old structures very carefully. Always scan the treetops. And be sure to approach all shorelines and beaches slowly, with weapons drawn. Oh, and avoid swimming, just in general, trust me. So pretty much just don't go anywhere. Just stay in one safe building, I guess. Well, if anyone's down there, I hope this helps. Welcome to the Commonwealth. And if you want more tips or a healthy dose of knowledge, keep an eye out for my bestiary. I often leave the drafts copies of my work behind for others that might find it useful. Paying it forward is important, and we all have to do our own part out here. So if you need a helping hand, follow my trail. Good luck and stay safe out there. Del Lincoln, or Wasteland of Cal. And Brad Roach, bestiary number 12.
Nice.
Among those in my domain of study, which I find hard to love, we have those gross, dirty, ravenous abominations that repulse every fiber of my being. Still, it could be worse. At least they go down easy. Entry 12. Red roaches. Full breakdown. The great American cockroaches of the wasteland are colloquially, that's another mouthful. Referred to as red roaches or giant cockroaches. There are, as the latter moniker suggests, giant versions of the pre-war species that have been mutated by atomic radiation. That isn't to say unmutated variations don't exist. On the contrary, they are quite common throughout the post-war waste in the United States. The red roaches of the wasteland look like normal cockroaches, save for the fact that they mutated for the size of a domestic cat. Although they are winged, red roaches are incapable of flight. Some theorize that the wings may be used for interspecies communication, though I take such claims that hefty grain of salt. Red roaches are commonly found in the dark, damp, and irradiated parts of the wasteland, such as old ruins, subterranean environments, or facilities and sewer systems. As such, they provide an occasional pest in certain vaults when much of humanity was still stuck underground. Red roaches can usually be found in fairly large numbers, which prove their greatest advantage. They primarily feed on waste or carrion. Okay. But will also prey on isolated living creatures. Red roaches can be territorial and rather aggressive, but not very harmful. Overall, they are generally little more than a nuisance to wastelanders, but can be easily dispatched with a blunt object or even bare hands. Red roach's innards are useful in the treatment of radiation poisoning and are widely used by wasteland tribals for this purpose. Their meat is also edible in the technical sense of the word, but is usually only consumed for the sake of survival. If you need any advice in dealing with red roaches, you may not be the sort that should be exploiting the waste in the first place. Fair enough. Gotta try out this iron gun. Alright, that was number 12. Take that off. Red roaches.
An impressive display of survival tactics.
Thank you, Ada. I didn't do anything but stand here, but thank you. Alright, now we'll go back up to where we left off, which is number 6. Concord parking lot. Concord has a parking lot? Let's go find the parking lot. It's parking lot. Lot on the east side of town inside the yellow shipping container. Look for a yellow shipping container.
Up here.
Ed Horner. My bunny.
Targets in range.
Do a whole lot of damage. There we go.
They never learned.
It's gotta be up inside of
One
him.
look at us should scream, "Bird idea!"
There's so much ammo too. This might be my go-to now. There's so much ammo, so I don't use fusion cores. Alright, let's keep looking.
I think they got away.
This is technically a parking lot, right? No. Okay. Is there a bigger parking lot? It's on the east side of town. If you're looking at the map, it's technically over here. There. I think that's where our house is. House is up there. I don't think that would be a parking lot. check anyways. Better safe than sorry. Nope, but we found what fruit? And a Brahmin. Oh. Did find a different one than one I was looking for. The rifle calibrated receiver.
Yes.
The Rad Toad. Alright, this wasn't what I was looking for, but we did find another one. What was this one? Number 14. Alright. There are a few things that can hit as hard or take as much of a pounding as these big warty bastards. If you see one in the wild, I'd recommend just booking it. Jeez. On out of there. Unless you have military grade firepower or a swath of heavily armed backup on hand, there ain't any winning that fight. Sure, no amphibian has any right to be that big, but you most likely won't be the one to sort them, set them straight. Entry 14. Red Toads. Full breakdown. Red Toads were one of the first creatures to mutate in the years following the Great War. They weren't much back then, only standing at roughly the same height as a human child. They were nasty little gremlins with teeth, eyes and arms everywhere they shouldn't be, but only represented an intermediate threat. As the creatures passed, however, jeez Christ, I cannot read. As the centuries passed, however, their mutations developed further, causing the creatures to succumb to a particularly potent case of the radiation-inducing gigantism. Today, the red toad is a hulking, aberrant mass of eyes and appendages. These slimy behemoths are found throughout the wasteland, taking to most climates and biomes. Engaging one of these juggernauts in combat usually requires either a very big gun, a night impenetrable suit. Oh, impenetrable suit of power armor, okay. Or ideally both. My personal advice, though, if you have to engage one of these abominable amphibians in combat, grab the highest caliber rifle you can find, post up on higher ground, and deliver a nice fuck-off payload right into the center mass of their fiendish forehead from a distance. Work smarter, not harder, people. Okay, nice. We'll mark that one off. Red Toad. I could just... Ow. It would make it much easier. I could just cross it off. Let me cross off. So. I didn't know I could do slashes. Here we go. The toads. Okay. Well, the green stands out more, but that's fine. Alright, now back to the one that I was originally looking for. Just gotta find a parking lot again. Unless it's talking about Starlight Drive-In, but I don't think it would be.
Gravity would not be an issue if you used my thruster.
I did. Oh, maybe it's down there. And then we got synths. Don't worry, I got this.
Are you injured, sir?
Easy peasy. Build a prime environment. Yellow containers, what's in there? Initial loot in this area. Good. Alright, the fox. I've yet to find one of these. Alright, foxes. They've seen better days. Entry number 6, foxes. Full breakdown. The red fox is a small, primarily carnivorous mammal that feeds on rodents, vermin, reptiles, birds, and other small prey animals. Though they prefer a carnivory. There's gotta be a better way to say that. Carnivory. I don't know. Diet. They are omnivores capable of consuming both fruit and vegetable matter. The foxes of our wasteland today appear quite irradiated and lack much of their fur. Despite this, there is no evidence of any extreme mutation due to the exposure. Most of the physical deformities that cause the fox to appear balding and emaciated are attributed to minor long-term mutations from frequent and consistent generational exposure to gamma radiation, a factor that is common in most animals throughout post-pre-war America. Despite their fragile appearance, foxes are fast and agile. In fact, they are prone to bolting whenever a potential threat makes itself known. If you can lock down a good shot, you won't find a varmint in the waste with consistently higher quality meat on their bones. Foxes are as good eating as it gets out here, so bag them if you can. Just be sure to avoid the deformed bits if you aren't keen on having your dinner with a side dose of radiation. Oh, right away. Jeez. Alright. That's foxes. I'm kind of excited to see a fox. So, alright, next one. Oh, is that the reservoir? Okay, so we gotta go back. Here. And then we gotta go south to Mass Pike, turn west and follow the wall until you come to a stool. So we gotta go to Mass Pike, which is this way. What are you barking at? What are you barking at, bud? Jeez, you're fast. Oh.
I was built to crush communists.
Well, thanks, buddy.
Not cradle your bobblehead collection.
I didn't see that when I was in here. So, excuse me, Ada. Jeez. Alright. Back to Mass Pike. Follow the wall. we come to a stool. Aha! Chain dog collar.
There we
File hounds. Cages, trophies, and equipment. Settlement workshops and crafting stations. Alright, bestiary number 7. Hounds. The hounds of the wasteland usually catch a bad rap. In reality, most of them are just crisper variations on the canine we all know and love. Some wasteland legend, however, spin yarns of massive, menacing mutant wolves. Some claim these veritable nightmares resemble hyenas. Others say they're bulky beasts like the Yaguai, but most agree that they at least loosely resemble wolves. Now, what they don't tell you is that they're downright scoundrels that like to hunt men for sport. But that's why you have me. Entry number 7, hounds. Coyotes. Full breakdown. Coyotes are canines native to North America. They're closely related to wolves, though they're smaller in comparison. Coyotes are primarily carnivores, and their diets tend to consist of anything smaller than them. They're cautious critters too by nature, and usually will avoid larger prey. Packs of coyotes or coyotes intermingled with packs of hounds, which are much more than willing to engage with larger prey. The coyotes of the wasteland are unmutated. They're fast, agile, and tad feisty, but they go down quite easily. The real danger with coyotes occurs when they're part of a larger beast pack. Their speed makes them useful for running down prey, while the wolves and mongrels of the pack inflict real damage. In general, I'd say you should dispatch any coyotes in a pack from a distance. If you have an element of surprise, this makes dealing with the real troublemakers in the pack much more easier. Otherwise, just take down the bigger, better canines in a pack, and let the cowardly coyotes scatter themselves into the wind. Mongrels, full breakdown. The species known colloquially, God, I just said this, colloquially, there we go, as mongrels originally mutated from domesticated dogs in the years following the Great War. And even despite their malevolent, ghoulish appearance, they act in a manner nearly identical to their unmutated counterparts. The negative reputation that accompanies mongrels is likely due to the current epidemic of wild mongrels plaguing the wastes of post-war America today. When your only exposure to a species has been only through the wildest, most feral variations of that species, I believe inherent bias is certain to follow. And while wild mongrels packs are certainly a menace to wastelanders, all evidence points to mongrels being neither better nor worse than unmutated canines. In the terms of temperament and habitual behavior, mongrels can be domesticated and trained in the same way that regular dogs can. Raiders, mercenaries, and common wastelanders alike have all tamed mongrels for their own specific needs. Despite their grotesque mutations, mongrels are no less inhibited than any other canine. They can perform numerous practical tasks or simply provide companionship. In my travels, I've found that militaristic groups and factions are more likely to adopt mongrels, opting to use them as guards or attack hounds. The cynical side of myself can't help but see this as yet another example of the stereotyping of the mongrel species as nothing more than violent feral mutants. Now, as I stated before, wild mongrels can be quite the menace, as any feral canine can be. Large packs of mongrels are known to also integrate other hounds as well, such as wolves or coyotes. In such a pack, mongrels tend to make up the bulk of the fighting force. Despite their ghoulish, emaciated appearance, mongrels are quite strong. If you find yourself on the business end of carnivorous canines, I recommend finding higher ground if you can. Mongrels like to circle and surround their prey, so denying them such territorial advantages can really stack the odds in your favor. Additionally, you can get the drop on a pack. I recommend planting traps or explosives, mines, bear traps, tripwires, anything of that variety will do. Mongrels tend to charge immediately and remain clustered until they reach their prey. So a field of booby traps is perfect for breaking up the pack's structure. Feral mongrels are quite reckless, so don't count on the stragglers cutting and running. Bring spare shotgun ammo and sharpen that machete, because a pack of ferocious mongrels will often fight until the last hound. Mutant hounds. Full breakdown. Mutant hounds are canines that have undergone serious mutations due to the exposure of the forced evolutionary virus. They're massive, green, and muscular, just like their humanoid super mutant counterparts. Mutant hounds tend to be loyal companions to their super mutant masters and act similarly under them to trained regular canines. I've heard claims from various wastelanders that mutant hounds can be tamed and domesticated, but all evidence from these sources was anecdotal at best. I must be clear here. I have never personally encountered a mutant hound domesticated by humans in my travels, and I am nowhere near an effective enough wasteland whisperer to try taming one of the brutes myself. I do not personally recommend that you attempt it either. Mutant hounds are almost always seen in league with super mutants, generally in packs of 3 or less. Feral or rogue mutant hounds can sometimes be spotted in the wild as well. Like other canines, they may join ranks with other hounds and form mixed packs. Under either set of circumstances, mutant hounds represent a monumental threat. They possess supernatural strength, unrivaled speed and durability, and rows of jutting radioactive teeth. One mutant hound is easily a match for a group of experienced hunters. Among a group of attackers, mutant hounds act as both effective scouts and devastating frontliners. Their powerful mutant vocal cords can produce an ear-shattering howl that alerts all nearby bad actors, of incoming trouble. Taking all this into consideration, a mutant hound should be dispatched first and fast. I recommend either a long-range, high-caliber rifle or an automatic assault weapon with a large magazine, because when it comes to hulking beasts like mutant hounds, overwhelming and oppressive force is the name of the game. Wolves. Full breakdown. Wolves are large carnivorous canine native to North America. The wolves of the wasteland appear very similar to pre-war counterparts, and while some wolves are indeed unmutated, many have been mutated by environmental factors, though these mutations are rarely visible on their external anatomy. A mutated wolf is tougher and visibly more comfortable amidst the radioactive environment they call home. They are agile, strong, and can be highly aggressive when provoked. Wolves operate in packs, a behavior consistent with their pre-war counterparts. Many wolves found throughout the wasteland will join up with other canines, such as mongrels or coyotes. In such groups, wolves tend to represent one of the most significant threats. They hit hard, are excellent at flanking prey, and almost never back down in a fight. If dealing with a pack of mixed hounds, I recommend always dealing with the wolves first. If dealing with an entire pack of wolves, I recommend either a damn good plan or an incredibly powerful firearm. Wolves are particularly durable foes, so taking on many of them at once can be a suicidal endeavor. You may wish to lure wolves away from the larger pack and deal with them individually. Laying out multiple layers of traps can also provide effective. Lastly, when all else fails, bring backup. A decent hunting party may be necessary for clearing out a den of particularly feral mutant wolves. Waste wolves. Full breakdown. There is a lot of hounds. Jeez. Oh. Alright. The earliest sightings of waste wolves, from what most can tell, originate in the capital wasteland. That is the region around Washington, D.C. These early sightings are from the immediate years after the bombs fell and vary greatly. They're also similar. There were also some tales to a blue devil from the Appalachian wolves. Oh, jeez, Appalachian wilds. Jeez, oh my gosh, and surrounding regions during roughly the same time period. To be clear, the details on this particular mutant are scarce, but there are notable similarities from what I've seen to waste wolves, and notable differences. Waste wolf sightings predate Blue Devil mutant sightings by nearly 2 decades, but the Blue Devil has existed as a cryptid in the American cultural zeitgeist. Zeitgeist? Zeitgeist? I have no idea. Since before the Great War, whereas waste wolves post-date apocalypse definitely as definitely. As whether the two mutants are one and the same entirely or entirely different species, I simply cannot I simply cannot say for certain. Since these early warnings, many throughout the inland areas of the continental United States have reported sightings of heavily mutated wolves, capable of moving on 2 legs, oh wow, or all fours, and attacking with unrivaled speed and ferocity. Alright, I am not excited to see one of these. Many traveling caravans have given detailed accounts of attacks by packs of feral hounds and wolves. Excuse me. Led by large wolf-like super predators. These first-hand accounts are also all share another commodity, a hunting, mournful howl ringing out just before an attack. But for years the mutants were perceived as largely mythological by wastelanders, not unlike Deathclaws, Wendigos, and Guanamingos. My personal findings, however, are that myths don't leave with permanent nerve damage and rather nasty claw-shaped scar across the upper torso. So let's get to the facts. The truth behind these stories is that waste wolves are considerably rare reclusive mutants. No one is exactly certain what causes this mutation in wolves, whether they could be product of the FEV experimentation, or they could simply be the product of immense radiation exposure. The glowing ones of the mutant canines, as it were. Some of my contemporaries even believe that there may be a genetic factor in play with this mutation. Whatever the cause, waste wolves are de facto. Jeez, finally hit A. I gotta go back. Ugh, probably almost done with it too. Vile hounds. Inspect. Oh, dang it, I dropped it. Oh, in the wrong one. What's it? Ah, there we go. Hounds. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Mutant hounds. Wolves. Waste wolves. Okay. Whatever the cause, waste wolves are de facto leader of whatever pack they integrate themselves into. Their intelligence throughout animalistic appears to be greater than that of dogs or wolves. This, combined with their size advantage, allows them to bully packs of similar mutants into organized raiding parties. One or more waste wolves, when left unchecked, can be a major problem for towns and settlements. Overall, it may be best to purge these mutants wherever you find them. My advice to you whenever dealing with waste wolves is simple. Prioritize the waste wolf. Pull out the biggest gun you've got and unload into them. They're the Mirelurk kings of the K9 world and will keep the morale, resolve, and coordination of their underlings high until they're dealt with. If you want to break the resolve of a pack and scatter the hounds to the wind, blow the waste wolves' ugly fucking mug off directly in front of all of them. Alright, that is hounds. Alright, we'll cross that one off. And number 8 is at the Drumlin Diner. Head north along the road. A billboard. Okay, let's go to Drumlin Diner. VH right here. We gotta head north till we get to a billboard. So there's the billboard. North of the billboard. Billboard, turn left. Go past Big Rock. Look for a campfire, it's close. Oh, actually, I know. It's right there. Mutant File Iguana. Wasteland Iguanas. How can the waste folk not feel bad for skewering skewering them on sticks. They never did nothing to nobody. I almost sympathize with old Iguana Bob for putting us on the sticks instead. Oh. Although, to be fair, he did also put actual iguanas on sticks. Maybe he was just a terrible person in general. His true story truly has no heroes. Entry number 8, Wasteland Iguanas. Full breakdown. Wasteland iguanas are infamous little critters throughout the post-war America. Before the war, they were a herbivorous lizard commonly found throughout Central and South America. They were also a common household pet in the States. And today, like the other jailbroken pet animals in post-war America, they now wander the wastes in droves. Since they're such common food source, some traders and butchers have attempted to disguise certain or more questionable meats as iguana. One such case, that of Iguana Bob Frazier, become a cautionary tale that has echoed through the ages. As the story goes, the man was a meat vendor in the American Southwest who got a little too liberal with his ingredients. He'd chop up human flesh into chunks and sell them as iguana skewers. Unfortunately for Bob, this peculiar meal item inevitably aroused suspicion and caused many iguana salesmen to skewer the poor bastard's whole to negate any confusion. Today, the tale of Iguana Bob has given wasteland iguana meat a bad name in much of the U.S. The NCR centralized Son of Bob's Iguana Bits franchise also didn't do much to assuage suspicion. No idea if they're still around today, given the state of decline back in Shady since the fall of the old capital. Despite the rumors of cannibalism, however, iguana meat is actually a fair quality food source. Wasteland iguanas are highly docile reptiles that are found nearly everywhere thanks to certain radiation-induced adaptations iguanas have taken to the wasteland much more naturally than many other exotic animals. Their scales are thicker and denser due to calcification. This minor mutation acts as a sort of insulation, allowing the cold-blooded iguanas to better preserve body heat and properly hibernate even in the more extreme climate regions of the wasteland. So if you can verify its identity, don't sleep on that iguana meat. You won't catch me eating them though. Some things are just too damn adorable to kill. That is fair. Alright, and that is the iguanas. Cross that one off. Now we're going to 9. We gotta go up to Fort Hagen. Fort Hagen filling station. Ooh. Alright. Not alright. Who's fighting here? Get some floaters. Oh, choppers, yes! No, I'm gonna die. Finally found choppers again. Alright. Well, it doesn't even give you that much dark. Oh. Just stick to...
Hell, I just punched their one-way ticket to that fiery pit.
Get him, Ada. Come on, hurry up, help me.
Only one of us survives this, and it won't be you!
Nice. Okay, now where's the choppers?
Take them all out! At Victoria!
Surprise assault! Fan out!
Over here? Two vertebrates?
Smart thing. Getting the high ground increases our combat effectiveness.
What are you fighting down there? Oh jeez, didn't even realize it was there. Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the big robot guys. Can't remember their names. We'll just stick to big robot guy. Alright, so we go back to the fueling station and find the next entry. Alright. Well, I was hoping to find choppers, but it was just the dogs. Okay, the fueling station. Alright. So... okay, be on the west side, then go south along the street. Wait, let's actually just use the map of it. So be on the west side of it. So, over here. Or is it over there because it's actually on the street? Then go down south along the street. The red and white striped barrier, turn west. Look at the pickup truck. Alright, let's look at a red and white. Find a red and white barrier. This. And look at the pickup truck. Aha! Leech larva. 2mm pistol. Journal bloodsuckers. Ooh, alright. Ever since I was a youngster, I've been afeared of the parasites that make a living form from bleeding you dry. And I don't just mean lawyers. Mutant bloodsuckers, in particular, have always been a particular trigger of mine. Some say it's an irrational fear I possess, but I'd argue that a phobia born from personal experience does bear a insignificant amount of functional utility. When I was a boy, we'd have to deal with ticks and more than a few skeeters breaching the walls from our old cabin, or of our old cabin. When you live deep among the pines of a Kentucky hollow, bugs become a downright ceaseless nuisance. Normally, you could just keep them all at bay with a hefty can of repellent or a jury-rigged bug zapper. We'd even fashioned our own screens for windows and bug nets for our beds. This may seem like a lot of work to deal with a few gnats, but when your town only has one doctor being a generous form of that, you do what you can to mitigate that pestilence factor, and overall we'd do alright. Then along came the fateful summer night a mere 2 weeks from my 12th birthday. The heat and humidity had reached their seasonal peaks, and the cabin felt more like an oven. The evening air had brought with it a nice chilly breeze, and I, in my sweaty, heat-stricken stupor, decided to leave my bedroom window open. After all, it had that nice metal frame to keep the bugs out, so why not? Well, I learned my damned lesson when I awoke later that night to a loud, erratic buzzing noise coming from somewhere in the vacuous darkness within my room. I swiftly switched on the desk lamp next to my nightstand and was horrified to discover a giant blister red mosquito curled up on the far corner of my room. And of course, no sooner had I flipped that switch did that nasty bugger decide to charge. Now, my old pa always made me keep a coach gun next to the bed at night for safety, and it was always loaded, so I snatched her up with a speed and finesse I scarcely knew I could muster, and absent-mindedly tugged on that trigger with all my might. With an ear-shattering crack, a flash of dragon fire, the shoddy leapt right out of my hands. Oh yeah, because it was a shotgun. Kicked me in the square in the ribs, cracked me straight in the face, and scattered the needle-headed intruder into a miasma of crimson goo. I also wasn't aware that the contents of a blood bug's blood sac was toxic either. And damned if the stuff didn't get all over my arms and legs. Needless to say, I wound up spending my birthday and a month following it immobile and bedridden. And I still have the scars today. If there is a moral to the story, it's probably that the only good bloodsucker is dead. Bloodsucker lawyers notwithstanding. What? Oh wait, hold on. I'm getting that wrong. Is that the only good bloodsucker is a bloodsucker lawyers notwithstanding. Okay, sure. It may also be that wire mesh window screens are only good for keeping out the regular sized creepy crawlies. Either way, lesson firmly learned. And for a while, that was my most traumatic encounter with a post-apocalyptic parasite, at least until I scrambled upon my first leech pond. Alright, now we're gonna do leeches.
Perfect.
Alright. I've always found it both shocking and impressive how leeches, despite all the odds, manage to get even more repugnant. Entry number 9, leeches. Full breakdown. Leeches are a scourge in the wastelands, wetlands, and swamps. These big bloodsuckers are quick, slippery, and incredibly aggressive, attacking anything that moves. A leech can use the blood it drains from its victims to restore its own vitality. Oh, excuse me. This miraculous mutagenic healing factor is not fully understood in its entirety. What is understood is that this mutation also causes them to crave blood much more than unmutated leeches. Unmuted leeches. A working hypothesis among my colleagues is that perhaps without a constant supply of oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood, these bloodsuckers would instead begin to deteriorate. The idea here being that the healing factor of leeches may be a sort of Ouroboros effect. Reply corroding the leech's constitution were they unable to sustain their appetite. Another hypothesis, which I personally lean towards further, is simply that their mutations are metabolism based, ramping up of their general sense of hunger and burning energy as quickly as it is consumed. Either way, this mutation were better understood. If this mutation were better understood, some of my associates believe it could be a gateway to enhancing our own natural healing factor as well. Now, wouldn't that be something? No need to jam stimpaks into our broken bodies on a near daily basis. The leech's vicious bite, regenerative capabilities, ceaseless appetite mean that these sluggers are despised and or feared by every other occupant of the wasteland. Since they almost always travel in packs, I recommend only taking them on if you have plenty of spare ammunition on hand, and your gun is equipped with a very large magazine. One leech is a problem, but a bed of leeches that may very well be the last problem you'll ever have. Alright. That's leeches. Almost done. We have a couple left. It's leeches. We just have 4 left of volume 1. Which next is 11. Just gotta go to Ranger Cabin. Okay, so north of Abernathy Farm. Oh, right here.
Well, if they're out there, we'll find them. Time for you to perish.
Stop shooting me with your maggots.
The only ones out here, soldier.
Right there it is. Alright. The Rattler.
Bingo.
Haven't seen one of these yet. What are Rattlers? In all my years in travels, I've never met creatures more aggressive than post-war serpents. Oh, they're snakes. Oh. Okay, from the mutant vipers of the southwest to rattlers of the east. All of them are just so angry. So gosh darn angry, in fact, that they may just convince you that you deserve it. Entry 11, Rattlers. Full breakdown. Rattlers mutated from the common timber rattlesnake found throughout eastern North America. As they increased in size, the potency of their venom faded, while every other physical attribute strengthened significantly. Rattlers are fast, frantic predators, kicking up dirt and debris as they aggressively scramble after their prey. And to be entirely clear, fast is not only the operative word in my prior sentence, but a vast understatement. Rattlers are entirely muscle and can propel themselves along the ground with inertia comparable to very few other apex mutants in the waste. Although they're damn quick and particularly hard to spot in tall grass and underbrush, most rattlers give themselves away with their loud rattling tails. And the inordinate amount of dust they kick up while on the move. If you can manage to spot the dust trail of one from a distance, I recommend either sniping it from afar or subjecting it to a Category 5 bullet storm with an automatic weapon. They seem tough, but they're better heavy hitting than they are taking hits. Button them down before they become a problem. Oh, and if all else fails, just remember that these death ropes can't open doors. That is true. Alright. This is Rattlers. Just a little quick one. Right. Now next is 13. Boston Police Rationing Site. Where's that? Boston Police, so it's down. To a little guard shack, like those military sections. Like right around here somewhere. Just look it up to be safe. Rationing site. Oh, it's low. Over here. It's oh damn. And it's like right around here. Marker, and we'll go to Hardware Town. Right, alright. So let's get to there it is.
This is your tactical backpack ordering you to kill everyone.
I almost killed it. Get your butt back here. I'm not Done with you. Only yielding what
I was
metal
built to
just
crush
use.
communists, not cradle your bobblehead collection.
Alright, so from this site, go west to the road, look for a semi-truck on the east side of the road. So this?
He who dominates the skies dominates the battlefield.
Oh, maybe not. Out. Over here, problem places. So maybe we're doing this way. Ow! That almost killed me. Is it this semi? I don't know why I was waiting for myself to heal on its own. Okay. Not here.
Sensors are picking up enemy activity.
Jeez. Found two semis, but neither are
You can run,
it.
but you can't hide.
Make sure all the way around it.
Picking up something. Here, over here.
Place a death trap right here. Jeez. Here it is. Oh, right where the red stag died. Oh, nice red stag. Beast meat. Red stag hide. Alright, Bestiary number 13. Oh, alright. Ah yes, the humble red stag. Absolutely all around ugly, overly loud, utterly dramatic, and completely pathetic. Damn good eating though. Entry 13. Red stags. Full breakdown. Red stags are hideous, two-headed mutants descended from wild deer. As their name implies, both heads are able to act independently of each other, similar to Brahman. These dicephalic deer are, funnily enough, also hexapedal herbivores, possessing two underdeveloped legs in their chests. These limbs hang limp and are largely unused, unlike their heads. Their bodies have suffered significant hair loss, and what hair is left is muted in color. Juvenile red stags still have most of their hair and have significantly healthier saturation to their coats than adults. Older and larger red stags also often tend to have more visible mutations and signs of radiation damage. Overall, red stags are downright cowardly for the most part, and are likely to run at the first sign of danger. Occasionally, however, a more feral or mutated red stag will emerge among a local population, these variations of which there is a diverse array, can prove deadly can prove deadly opponents in combat. One close look at a red stag is usually all it takes to identify a dangerous red stag. If it's covered in cysts and pustules, glowing with radiation, or, God forbid, possesses a long vampiric fangs, you're not dealing with a member of the regular skittish brood. Red stags are a major food source among wastelanders and mutants alike, and are hunted by nearly everyone, from survivalists to raiders. They tend to wander the wastes in herds of 4 or more. Their high population numbers make it easy to sustainably hunt them throughout the wasteland's various ecosystems. Since the number of dedicated deer hunters has declined significantly since the war, it's on all of us to pick up the slack and do our part in preventing red stag overpopulation. Nice. Red stag. Cross that one out. And then the last one that we have to get, which is conveniently enough in Sanctuary Hills. Oh, it's literally the bridge from Vault 111, so we'll just go to 111 and go down. So it's on the footbridge.
I like better than the smell of plasma in the morning.
Alright. And this will be the last one of the volume, and then I'll look at all the cages and stuff that it gives. Ah, conveniently on a crate. Pizza tray. Mutant file nice. Rats. Bestiary 15 rats. In the deep dark places of the wasteland, one can always count on the company of rodents. They come in all shapes and sizes, all of which are disturbing. I will give my best attempt at breaking down the various rodentia of the wastes, but you do best to just consider them all one big, angry, disgusting family. Entry 15, rats. Mole rats. Full breakdown. Mole rats are a large mutated... Oh, this might be a long one, too. Alright. Mole rats are large, mutated rodents of particularly odd origin. They're much larger than the pre-war naked mole rats, to which they bear strong resemblance and possibly DNA. The definitive origins of mole rats are shrouded in mystery, with theories ranging from desert mole rats that have mutated from heavy radiation exposure to gene splicing of Kodiak bears with maladjusted lab rats. Of these, the prevailing theory is that these sand eaters avoid the direct impact of the blast during the Great War through burrowing, but were mutated by exposure to the subsequent radiation of the post-war nuclear fallout. Mole rats can range in size from a small cat to the size of a large dog, perhaps even bigger. They are equipped with sharp claws and even sharper teeth. Most mole rats are feral predators, attacking and viscerally shredding whatever they can to get their hands on. Most run in packs of a dozen or less, but will sometimes just join hordes, consisting of not only mole rats, but other mutant rodents like red rats and cave rats. Despite their innately hostile nature and low brain activity, these rodents can actually be domesticated. In fact, some wastelanders have even been known to train them to keep them as pets. Cave rats. Full breakdown. Cave rats are the toughest members of the rat family. Like pig rats and mole rats, their presence in the wasteland dates all the way back to the early days of the apocalypse. Almost like mole rats, these giant monsters are capable of quickly burrowing through the earth to catch their prey off guard. The T-Rex is a vermin. Cave rats possess unnaturally large heads with powerful jaws and rows of razor-sharp teeth. Of all the rats, these ones are capable of the most damage. They may not be comparably as tank-like as the particularly dense pig rat, but their raw power more than makes up for any disparity. After all, the best defense is always a good offense, and those jaws are about as offensive as it gets. Pig rats. Full breakdown. Pig rats are the exact reason shotguns are invented. Ooh, excuse me. The ones you have to look out for in Rat Pack. These bruisers can really take a beating and will most likely charge into the front of a fight. Since they eat ammunition for breakfast, they may allow other comparably squisher rats an easy opening if you're not careful. As the name suggests, pig rats are a hybrid species of a rat and a pig. They've been present in the wasteland since the early days after the bombs fell, and share the similar origins to mole rats. Be aware the larger, tougher pig rats may sport tusks and can pack a serious piercing punch if they choose to charge. Rad rats. Full breakdown. Rad rats are the result of the North American rat population being tainted by the radioactive fallout from the onslaught of atomic warfare. Rad rats are larger and much less hairy than their pre-war cousins. They possess pale skin, large front teeth, and cold, hazy eyes. Unlike the documented giant rats of the wasteland, this variation of mutant rat possesses a much higher amount of radioactivity. Their bite any lacerations derived from their claws, or even simply direct exposure to mutant in certain cases, will inflict large amount of radiation exposure to the victim. Rad rats are aggressive creatures like most mutant rodents. Unlike mole rats, rad rats cannot easily burrow. Instead, their tactics in combat jeez. Where was I? Combat boiled to taking their enemies head on with little fanfare. They are surprisingly resistant to ballistic damage, and they tend to roam in small packs. Even a small group of rad rats can easily overwhelm prey much larger than themselves. The contrast of their unsuspecting appearance and their impressive power and resilience providing a vital tool in catching their targets off guard. As such, under-equipped wastelanders or unsuspecting raiders often prove an easy meal for rad rats. When met with significant firepower and the proper amount of caution, however, rad rats are significantly less of a threat. Rad shrews. Full breakdown. These ones may be quite small, but they pull their weight in a fight. They move fast, attack in quick succession, and possess the same potentially poison bait as other rats. Little more than mutated common shrews, these nibblers will attempt to swarm and overwhelm you while your attention is focused on the larger, more immediately threatening rats. Alright. Okay. Wasn't too bad. Alright, that is all of the Bestiary of Volume 1. Alright, now we can go and look at all the stuff that we can get. So I'm not entirely sure how to get everything, so let's see. So look at the cages first. Deer cage. Cat cage. Coyote cage. You can make 6,000 please. I need canned dog for dog cage. Coyote cage, I need varmint meat. For fox cage, I need rabbit. Rat, mutant. Pig rat. Red roach meat. Red rat. Red shrew. Raccoon. Wasteland iguana. Wolf. Feral ghoul, gunner, insect, raider, super mutant, cave rat is a large. Jeez. Need 4 red scorpion meat. Death claw. Leech is a large. Rattler is a large. Always did see a rad rope. Waste wolf cage. Wild boar and then jaguar. Waste. Oh, I could build a waste wolf one. But I wanna be able to get to like build a location like over here, like build a building where I can actually get them. But we'll definitely have to build this so we don't get attacked by them. But we also need what is it? This terrifying presence. You better run. When encountering combat, a set of full power armor, enemies run and cower in fear. Yeah. That's all the way upgraded. So we'll need this to get the cages. And then to figure out how we can craft stuff.
It's always fascinating watching you create.
There's nothing here. Let's see here. Oh! Oh, because I have them all, so I can make it. That's cool. Nice. So now I have the whole book. Now, is it all in the book? Like I can just open the book? Oh yeah, that's part of volume 2. Oh wow. Oh. Oh, maybe I should just get all of them and then read it. Wow. There's a lot. Yeah, I think I'll have to just collect them all and then read them all. Alright, let's see what else we can get. So, yeah, we'll need... So I'm guessing this is Far Harbor, and then this is... maybe it's all mixed, I don't know. Alright, anything else I can make? No, modified baseball. No, nothing else. I figure out how to make like the trophies and stuff. Ugh. I mean, I figure it would be under decorations, right? Wall decorations, mounted creatures. There we go. Mounted beaver. Blowfly. Blood bug. Boom bug. Ramen. Cave rat. Coyote. That's clown. Who would mount a dog? That's brutal. Foxhead. Fox Prime. Oh. One. Gorilla. Leech. Alert. Pig rat. Mutant mutilator. On the trophy heads, I think there's really much else. There is.
Yes?
We completed volume 1. Book.
I gave
got
up
a couple quests
alcohol
done.
after settling down here.
Out.
Doctor said I shot my liver.
Got the Bestiary done. I'm so happy for that. Again, I don't know exactly why my thing was crashing over there, but haven't experienced any crashes today, so that was good. I think we'll probably leave it here and then start up with volume 2 next time. See if we can get all those pieces and then make the book and then read it off. And probably, honestly, I kind of thinking about starting one of the DLCs since I'm level 50. Do you have any opinions on which one I should do first? Because I like them both. I don't mind which one. But, well, yeah. Or I could just keep going with the main quest and see if we can get the main quest done. Do a lot of those. Yeah, either or. I'm kind of just want to find more of the new animals that we're adding. So
we have the high ground now, soldier.
That'd be nice. It's so quiet up here. Yeah. And oh, actually, could also next time focus on making a bunch of the cages, and then getting a bunch of I want to say hostile animals roaming around, and we'll have the emitter down so anywhere in the settlement they'll be passive, unless they hate each other and then they start attacking each other. But yeah. And I did install a mod where it takes off the building limit, so we'll be able to build as much as we want. It might lag, but that'll be fine. Hopefully it doesn't. Could also just go into a new area and build there if we want to do that. So it's not like all this. And then we could just have a little farming thing in there. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.